Hi Sagittarius, welcome to your end of March 2017 general tarot reading. It's Raina here, and so I just wanted to say a couple of things that are happening in March at the end of the month. We're in the middle of a Venus retrograde, and for you this is affecting your 5th house and then your 4th house. So anything Venus related, so this could be creative projects, this could be, and decorating is included in that. So home decorating when Venus is in the 4th house, and just general creativity in the 5th house. But anything love related, like the 5th house is like a new relationship, and the 4th house can be your home life, and it could be your family of origin, like somebody from your hometown. So they're saying, like, in general, that when Venus retrogrades you might hear from somebody from your past. I think even karmic relationships come into this, so definitely keep an eye out for all of that romantic stuff happening in your home life and in your your creative life as well, because that's a very big influence too with Venus, is creativity. And the other thing that I wanted to say is that there's going to be a new moon in the 5th house on March 27th, so that can be a new love relationship or a new creative project, a new home business. So that's really cool. And I'm doing a modified Celtic cross spread this time around. This is a general theme, so if you're interested in love readings, I am going to be doing them in a few days. But this could be any theme. We'll see what happens. First I was seeing a career situation, now I'm seeing love. And so the theme at the end of March is the theme of success, recognition. So that's really wonderful. As a fellow Sagittarian, that would certainly be nice. It's about taking your bow. It's about being acknowledged. It's a very positive card, and it's associated with fire sign energy. So there's enthusiasm generated. There's a feeling of, a job well done. And I don't know if that's supposed to be a laurel wreath, but resting on your laurels or something like that. But just in general, that's a positive vibe. And of course, with wands, I associate it with career matters, but definitely, it could be a relationship where it's possibly with somebody else of the fire element, or who has a fiery temperament, passionate temperament. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. And this is the challenge card, which is another fire energy. 3. So this, in career matters, this is about expansion. If you have a home base in your home country and you want to go somewhere else, but because it's in the challenge position, you may feel like you don't want to leave. You may feel like stagnation for some reason. Maybe you're experiencing success, but it's your eyes are like even more to the future. This is a card of the future. And so it might be kind of confusing because you might be very good at what you do, and yet you're not really sure if you really like what you do. That's possible, as strange as it may sound. Success can take many different forms. It can be financial compensation. It can be accolades. Some people are recognized as very good in something that they can't stand that they're doing, and usually we would say that would be a professional situation because, if you're working as a bagger at a grocery store, chances are you're not receiving a lot of accolades. Accolades come, from being in a status situation to begin with. And usually there's a lot of sacrifice to get there because you might have to go through a lot of school, or you might have to put in a lot of hours, go, a lot of years to get where you are. So if you don't like what you're doing, that can be very frustrating because, you really feel like you don't have an excuse to quit under those circumstances. Now, the Three of Wands can also, in this challenge position for a personal relationship, can indicate that perhaps this could be like an extramarital situation when you see the number 3. And if you're the person who is participating in this extramarital situation, you or the other person may not be willing to leave their relationship and go with you. They may be staying put, and that may be causing problems because you may feel like you've met this person that you really are gaga over, and you can't really be with them full time. But I am getting a lot of Pentacles cards, so this could be definitely more of the case of career matters. At the root of this is the Ace of Pentacles. Okay, well this is kind of, maybe I should just keep reading the cards before I start guessing. Because the Ace of Pentacles is about a new job offer. So that may be why I'm getting that Three of Wands. Maybe the job offer is for some place far away, and you're tempted, but you're not sure if you want to go. Now, this may be the same job. It's not like it's a new company. It may be the same people, but it might be like a promotion or something like that. Or maybe it's just for the people that are willing to travel to another country, they get certain perks. And usually Sagittarians are up for that kind of an adventure. We rule the 9th house of foreign travel. And so that would seem like it wouldn't be an issue for many people. However, people have their lives, they have families sometimes, and they may not feel like this is the right time for them for whatever reason. And yet they feel like, if you look at this depiction from the Morgan Greer deck, they have the portal there. So it's really about stepping into something new, and, aces represent newness. And when, people are willing to do that, they see that their lives change, but the upheaval that precedes that can be very daunting. Not everybody just gravitates towards that automatically. It might take some doing to get people on board. In the recent past, we have the Six of Pentacles, and that can indicate that some of you were concerned about issues regarding fairness, getting paid what you were worth. See his scales. Sometimes in relationships, there can be an issue of who's doing what. I'm staying home with the kids. Does that mean that I do not have the right to do I have to be put on a budget, or can I be, you know, like, I don't know if people do that in marriages, but, they used to be, the woman would stay home with the child, and the husband would give her an allowance or something like that. And it can be the other way around, The woman has a high-powered career, and the man feels inferior, even in 2017. That could be swirling around all of this. But the impetus for, trying to get more money or better status could have been because you felt the need, that you felt that it was unfair, and that might have sparked things. For some people, it could be in a private relationship, an earth sign individual that came into the picture. Maybe you were happy with somebody who was a fire sign, and you met an earth sign individual, and that changed. You changed your feeling. So the earth signs are Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. And Capricorn seems to be something that might be the one, if it's going to be, because I get for the current energy, the 10 of Pentacles, more earth sign energy. 10 connects to the 10th house, which is Capricorn's house in the zodiac. But this is family money. This is also dealing with just financial affluence, success. So just like this is a connection with the career being acknowledged as successful in terms of your status, in the world. The 10 of Pentacles is the compensation angle of it. So very positive cards for career matters. And then we get in the near future, we get the World card. Again, a card of travel. So you may decide to take up that contract work or whatever that job is. You may decide to go and do it. This is also a completion. It hasn't escaped my notice that this is the number 21, and right after the spring equinox, it's going to be March 21st. So maybe right around there, the astrological new year, you're feeling that sense of like new beginnings. And the endings are, this is a card of success too. So just like the Six of Wands, but it's like wrapping things up and moving on to a new phase. It's the last card of the Major Arcana. So you may have completed a project with your work. Maybe it's not that you're leaving the company, but now you're moving on to a different phase. But whatever is going on, it's very successful. In relationships, it can be, if you are seeing somebody, they could be from a different culture, a different country as well. Psychologically, you are exhibiting the traits of the Knight of Cups. So emotionally, you have feelings that are gentle for someone. This would be a card of romantic love. You could be feeling also very creative at this time. When that new moon is in the 5th house, that could be a new creative project for you, if that's something that you do. And there's just like a lot of gentle vibes around you as you are leaving the month of March And the higher advice or message or advice is the Page of Wands. This could be saying that you need to communicate with somebody who is a fire sign. It could be that, you know, don't feel like if there's something has happened, you know, the World card can indicate an ending. But if something has been happening with a fire sign person, maybe you've broken off communication or there's some kind of conflict, you may hear from them again, and you're going to be very happy when you do. And so you may have had a temporary falling out for some reason. And it could be involving your success. Maybe the other person feels like their life is kind of in stagnation. And they may have said something that wasn't too nice. But they didn't do it maliciously. They did it because it was a projection of their own feelings of, you know, not being happy with their own progress in life for whatever reason. So you may realize that and decide to give them a second chance. If, you know, if there's somebody that has come into the picture, the Page of Wands can indicate like a very passionate affair that you're having. And when I say affair, I don't mean that it has to be, you know, an extramarital situation. I just mean that there is a lot of physical attraction for this person as well. Could be with a fire sign, even though you may have had problems with a fire sign. It may be a different fire sign. So what may come in is the King of Cups. So this might be somebody who is able to meet you emotionally. Maybe that was the kind of the thing in the past. Let's say you were with a person that was an Aries and was very kind of abrupt and not necessarily, you know, kind of harsh. Or a Capricorn who was very dry and not, you know, really acknowledging your feelings or validating your feelings. This person would. This person's mature. They could be older than you, but they could also just be emotionally mature. So they're not in that mentality of playing games or of, you know, trying to hide their emotions. They may come out and tell you that they love you and not be afraid to do it and things like that. And they're very open that way. And yet they have a strength. You know, they're not just like a wuss who is emotional but isn't stable. They are stable and they are mature and they are emotionally available. And you may have been kind of waiting around for such a person for a long time because you've dealt with people that who couldn't handle your success or who couldn't handle your need for a passionate life and not just kind of like a overly rational or logical sense of what life is about. That could get kind of infuriating for a fire sign because we tend to be larger than life. We tend to like, you know, the negative manifestation is drama, but the positive manifestation is feeling of the possibilities, the exciting possibilities of life, and having a partner who shares those and, you know, who you really feel like kind of lights your fire. And in the workplace, this is about having a boss who is understanding, who is going to nurture your talent. Not somebody who's going to kind of run roughshod over you or play favorites, but somebody who's really caring. And this may have been exactly what you were looking for. Maybe you felt like you never could quite get that good fit in the workplace. And now you feel like there's a person who's going to have your back so that there's never going to be a time when people are against you, like other coworkers or things like that. And then the outcome is the Ace of Swords. So this is a new beginning. You know, there may have been some strife along the way, but it's like you really taking charge and mentally being on top of your emotions and not allowing your emotions to run away with you, and seeing things clearly, not seeing things in an overly idealistic way or naive way, but seeing them as they are and having a clear vision for your life, a clear sense of purpose, whether this is in your private life, in your career life. This could involve an air sign person in some way. It doesn't have to be the person that you have chosen to be with, but it's a Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius individual. But in general, you have a great sense of direction. With two aces in this spread, and with the World card, it definitely shows endings and beginnings. And so you probably, whether this is a personal relationship or a job situation, you probably have are seeing a time of transition, but one that is very exciting and full of like kind of emotional highs, not just, you know, career success, but feeling that your emotions are stoked as well. So I hope you enjoyed this, Sagittarius. If you'd like a private reading, please click on the link below. Otherwise, have a great rest of March. Bye.